Once upon a time, there was a small coastal town named Seabreeze. The town was famous for its beautiful beaches and its bustling harbor, where fishing boats and cargo ships would come and go. But there was one ship that always seemed to stand out from the others, the Ghostly Galleon. The Ghostly Galleon was a massive black-sailed ship that had been abandoned in the harbor for as long as anyone could remember. Legend had it that the ship was haunted, and that anyone who dared to go aboard would never return. But one summer, a group of friends, Michael, Jake, and Ben, decided that they wanted to solve the mystery of the haunted ship once and for all. They had heard stories about the ship for years, and they were determined to uncover the truth. The three friends planned their expedition carefully. They waited until the middle of the night, when they knew that no one would be around to see them. Then, they sneaked down to the harbor and climbed aboard the Ghostly Galleon. At first, everything seemed normal. The ship was quiet and still, and there was no sign of any ghosts or spirits. But as the friends began to explore deeper into the ship, strange things started to happen. Doors would creak shut on their own, and they could hear footsteps coming from empty rooms. They felt cold chills run down their spines, and they could sense that they were being watched. As they continued to explore, the friends found clues that hinted at the ship's haunted past. They discovered old journals and letters that spoke of a terrible curse that had been placed on the ship by a vengeful pirate captain. They found evidence of a great battle that had taken place on the ship, and they even found the ghostly image of a pirate captain walking the deck. But just as they were about to leave, the friends discovered something even more shocking. In the captain's cabin, they found a secret door that led down to a hidden compartment below deck. And inside the compartment, they found a treasure trove beyond their wildest dreams: gold coins, jewels, and other priceless artifacts. As they gazed upon the treasure, the friends realized that they had solved the mystery of the haunted ship. The pirate captain had cursed the ship to protect his treasure, and the ship had become a ghostly beacon for anyone foolish enough to try to steal it. As the friends were about to leave the ship with the treasure, they suddenly heard a loud creaking sound. The ship began to shake, and the friends realized with horror that the Ghostly Galleon was starting to move. They tried to run back up to the deck, but the ship's movements had become too violent. They were thrown off balance and stumbled down the stairs, falling into a dark and musty room. When they looked up, they saw something that made their blood run cold. The pirate captain was standing before them, his eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. The friends tried to run, but the captain blocked their way. He spoke to them in a ghostly voice, warning them that they would never be able to leave the ship alive. As they trembled with fear, the friends suddenly remembered something that they had learned in history class. The pirate captain had been notorious for his love of riddles and puzzles. If anyone could outsmart him, it would be someone who could solve his riddles. With trembling hands, the friends began to speak. "We know that you loved riddles," they said, "and we know that you would never want to harm anyone who could solve them." The captain looked at them curiously, and the friends began to recite riddles that they had learned in class. At first, the captain seemed amused, but as the friends continued to solve riddle after riddle, he became more and more agitated. Finally, the friends solved the last riddle, and the captain let out a scream. The ship shook violently, and then everything went still. The captain had vanished, and the ship was once again quiet. The friends ran out onto the deck, but they were too late. The Ghostly Galleon had disappeared, leaving behind only the treasure that they had found. But the friends knew that they had accomplished something truly remarkable. They had solved the mystery of the haunted ship, and they had outsmarted the ghostly pirate captain himself. And as they made their way back to town with the treasure in tow, they knew that they would never forget the adventure that they had just experienced.